Hello and welcome to Money Girls Quick and Dirty Tips for a Richer Life. I'm your host, Laura Adams. In this episode, I'll discuss a legal way to make early withdrawals from your retirement account without having to pay an early withdrawal penalty. When it comes to saving for retirement, you can't beat government-sponsored retirement accounts. If you're a regular Money Girl listener, you already know about the great tax advantages you receive for keeping your money in a retirement account until you're 59 and a half years old. But what happens if you need to get your money out of a retirement account before you retire? Early withdrawals are usually not a good idea because there's a steep 10% penalty to pay, except in certain qualified situations, such as distributions for first-time homebuyers, education expenses, and medical hardships. However, there's a little-known legal loophole that you can use to avoid the early withdrawal penalty. Before you consider this option, realize that it comes with restrictions and risky consequences. The loophole for early withdrawals that I'm talking about is called a 72T payment plan. The name comes from its numbered section of the IRS tax code. 72Ts are also known as substantially equal periodic payments, and they can generally be used with retirement accounts such as IRAs, 401ks, and 403bs. Here's how 72 payments work. You can set up a plan to take equal monthly or annual distributions out of your retirement account. The amount of money you can take out is calculated using an accounting method that's approved by the IRS. The payment amount depends on various factors, such as your retirement account balance, age, life expectancy, as well as the age and life expectancy of your account beneficiary. I'll put a link to a 72T calculator in the show notes at moneygirl.quickanddirtytips.com that shows how much you could receive in distributions based on your situation. Once you begin taking 72T distributions from a retirement account, you must continue taking them for a minimum of 5 years or until you turn 59 and a half, whichever is longer. During that time, you generally can't modify the payment amount or suspend the payments. After you've completed a series of 72T payments and reach the age of 59 and a half, you can take retirement distributions out of your account as you see fit. However, for most traditional retirement plans, once you reach age 70 and a half, you generally must take required minimum distributions annually from your retirement account, whether you used a 72T plan or not. Another restriction of having a 72T plan is that you can't make additional contributions to the retirement account while you're receiving periodic payments. A violation of the rules results in a 10% penalty plus interest on all funds withdrawn prior to age 59 and a half. In these challenging economic times, an increasing number of retirement account owners have been using 72T payment plans to tap their money without incurring an early withdrawal penalty. If you're facing a devastating financial hardship or bankruptcy, draining your retirement funds prematurely may be your last resort to pay for day-to-day living expenses. Or if you're fortunate enough to retire early, you can use a 72T plan to start spending your retirement stash. If you're certain that you have enough retirement money to last as long as you'll need it, you can use 72T distributions to pay down or eliminate debt, pay for college tuition for family members, or to supplement your current income. Here's an example. Let's say Alex has accumulated a large nest egg well ahead of his retirement saving schedule. He decides to retire early and sets up a 72T plan for his IRA when he's 50 years old. The rule is that he must continue taking substantially equal periodic payments for 5 years or until he's 59 and one half, whichever is longer. Since he's 50, he can't stop taking the 72T distributions for 9.5 years until his 59 and one half birthday. Here's another example. Sue gets downsized from her job and is offered an early retirement settlement from her company at age 58. She rolls over her 403b into an IRA and sets up a 72T plan. Even though she only has a year and a half until she reaches the official retirement age of 59 and a half, she has to continue taking the 72T payments for 5 years until she's 63. At that time, she can continue taking the same distribution payment or modify it to any amount that she wants. An important point to remember is that 72T payments are subject to regular income tax unless they were already taxed, as would be the case for contributions made to a Roth account. When a 72T plan is executed properly, it can be a smart way to access your retirement funds early. But when it's set up incorrectly, with a botched payout schedule for instance, it could result in expensive consequences. Therefore, it's important to set up a 72T payment plan only if it's absolutely necessary. Never enter into a 72T plan lightly or count on it to bail you out of a financial mess. The IRS rules and payment calculations for these plans are complicated, even for professionals. So if you're interested in setting up a 72T, be sure to consult with a competent financial advisor or accountant who has specialized experience handling them. The QDT Network wants to know more about you. Please give me a few minutes of your time and take the listener survey in the Money Girls section at quickanddirtytips.com. I know surveys can be boring, but I actually found this one interesting. I'm glad you're listening. Cha-ching! That's all for now, courtesy of Money Girl, your guide to a richer life.